Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to ChannelBK. My name is Brian. Hopefully the framing is finally good on here. And sorry about this lighting. I know I hate shooting it with this light on because it looks weird, but welcome to another movie review. It's for Room, starring Brie Larson and Jacob Tremblay. Cinema spoiler show. I am going to do minor spoiler alerts only because there's a couple small things I need to talk about. So if you're comfortable getting through that, I'm not going to spoil anything, but there'll be sort of wordings of certain things that can kind of lead you to other things. But for the most part, it's a normal review. So here we go. Room is based off a book by Emma Donoghue, and it was co-written, the screenplay for the movie, by her as well. Directed by Lenny Abramson, who directed one of my favorite movies last year, Frank, with Michael Fassbender. Love, love, love that film. So I was just already excited about this movie, and also because Brie Larson was in it. But the story was so interesting about how Brie Larson has a kid, a 5-year-old kid named Jack, and they live in this confined space that they know as Room. That's all I knew. I didn't see any of the trailers, which you shouldn't, because it leads on a lot of mystery to this film. And man, oh man, I went into this movie with certain expectations. I was hearing all the buzz. I think Inside Out has completely been defeated now as my favorite movie of the year by this, because man, this was a roller coaster. I was an emotional wreck through actually many parts. I was bawling my eyes out in like 4 parts of this movie, but it's just so incredible. And I think what's so incredible is 2 main things. 1, the relationship between Ma and Jack, and 2, the way the characters are painted. First, with Ma and Jack, especially with Brie and this Jacob Tremblay, who I think is going to be a great kid actor, like the girl from Southpaw. He's just incredible in this. They have such a great relationship, and it's sort of this bond that they have while living in this room. He's born in it, and this is all he knows, and it's just such a interesting dynamic between them, because a lot of the times it's very normal. She obviously leaves certain things up to the imagination with him because she doesn't want to say certain things, or because it's just kind of weird in the situation they're in. But the rest of the time, it's just normal, I'm your mom, you're my son sort of thing. But the second thing is how they paint them. There's no real parts where they're like, oh, we have to feel sorry, oh, blah, blah, blah. They're just humans. He's a kid. She's somebody that's been through a lot. He's been through a lot. He doesn't understand. And it's so emotional. And I think that's what makes this movie so emotional, is you don't ever feel that much of like, wow, they're a dick or whatever. Maybe you do, but with the situation, it just gives so much more impact to these characters. And I think that's what's so brilliant about this, and obviously the way it's portrayed. Through and through, this film was just excellent. Stephen Rennicks, who did the score of Frank, did the score here, and I thought it was great. It's shot beautifully, and it really is so claustrophobic, because there's shots for the most part in the room, obviously, but there's also shots that are inside of this wardrobe that the kid sleeps in, Jack sleeps in, and you sort of see outside of it. And that's what's so brilliant, is this sort of idea of the space they're in. But minor spoiler alert, it kind of leads to a really interesting second half that I was not expecting, and it unfolds beautifully. I don't think it was bad. It actually scared me where it was going, because I was like, oh God, I hope it doesn't end so generically. But it actually is absolutely brilliant. Like, the whole second half adds such a new dynamic to what it was. And like I said, I wasn't even expecting half the stuff to happen in this film. I think there's certain things in here that you kind of expect once you get to know where you are in a certain time or place. But other things, I was just so thrown off. I also love the location too. It's not in like a very big location. It's in Akron, Ohio, which is so interesting in terms of the locations when we see outside of the room and sort of where she is. Like, it's really eerie seeing it where she is. And man, and the whole mystery of her captor and just all this other stuff is just so brilliant to me. Somewhat spoiler alert over. But anyways, I mean, overall, I don't know what else to say, because I was so just in awe of this film. Brie Larson killed it. Jacob Tremblay killed it. This is just 2 films in a row that Lenny Abramson did that I loved. And I think I loved this a lot more. This really got to me. And speaking of sort of what I was saying earlier, it is so unexpected. It's so interesting where it does go, because that's kind of how Frank is too. And yes, he doesn't write either one of these films or didn't write either one of these films, but it's just so interesting to see that. I want to read this book. If you can make a movie where I want to read the book, same thing with Perks of Being a Wallflower, you won. Like, you got me. So I have to read the book. So, oh my god. What did you guys think of this film? If you finally saw it, please, please, please go see it. I know it's opening wider. Please go see this. Please go see this. Please support this film. But if you have, are you as crazy about it as I am? Are you actually disappointed in it? Are you in the middle? If you read the book, how do you feel it compares to the book? Please don't spoil anything though, because I don't want to spoil it for anyone else, and mainly because for myself, I want to read the book and see the differences. So, but if you liked, please like and please subscribe if you want more movie reviews as well as music and television reviews, original stuff hopefully coming soon, raw discussions every now and again. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for tuning in to Channel BK. Peace out, guys.